Have you ever noticed how some athletes, actors, or musicians seem to persist through what most people would just run away from, to one day finally achieve success? Their persistence in keeping on going in the pursuit of the dream is often what's referred to as grit. Interestingly, we see the same thing with teams. Some teams have the ability to keep going, to see a project through to the end, long after the novelty has worn off. And yet, many other teams will struggle in this regard. Rather than completing the project or seeing it through to the end with the level of standards they're capable of, they lose their drive. They get distracted by other projects and new ideas to tackle rather than finishing strong. So what's the difference between these two teams? If both teams have the knowledge and skills to see a project through to the end with excellence, why does one team succeed and the other struggle to finish well? Perhaps the answer lies in Patrick Lencioni's model, the 6 types of working genius. Hello, my friends. Jeffrey Schau here from Grow to Your Potential. Over the last several weeks, we have been exploring the 6 types of working genius and how they impact the health and success of teams. Today, we complete that journey as we dive in to the 6th and final genius. The genius that helps bring projects to completion with excellence. And that genius is the genius of tenacity. You have likely heard of people described as tenacious before. And what a great word to describe this final genius. The people with the genius of tenacity are those who thrive on finishing well. Not only do they want to see the project brought to completion, they want the deadline hit. They want the standards to be met. And they want the goal to be achieved to the best of their abilities. Similar to how the galvanizer will call people to the project and get them excited, those with the genius of tenacity form the rally cry to finish well. They are known for hitting the mark, for not making excuses, and for which failure is not part of their vocabulary. This genius can be a tricky one, as who really wants to be known as one who does not finish well, as one who is easily distracted by new projects and abandons the current one. Remember, we are each created differently. We have strengths and we have weaknesses. And we work best as a team when we can partner up with others according to our strengths. Further, just because tenacity may not be one of your working geniuses, it does not mean you're not capable of bringing a project to completion and meeting high standards. What it means is you will not find it as energizing as others do, or other aspects of bringing ideas and solutions to life. I know some can struggle with tools like this, as it's not always easy to hear about our weaknesses. But that's not what these tools are about. They really are there to help us identify where our best contribution would be. The parts of us that bring us success, joy, and help us serve others. They also let us know how best to work with others so that we can build a team capable of achieving so much more than we could ever do on our own. Think of it like this. Imagine a sports team. Let's take basketball for an example. Imagine a coach who had all players on the team practice every position and regularly rotated their players around through those positions. Sure, this may produce some well-rounded players, but how effective would they be? How would their competitiveness and joy measure up with other teams? Some players are better shooting from a distance. Some are better at getting in close for those tight shots. Some are better at blockers and assisting other teammates. Wouldn't it make the most sense for a coach to find out where the players are at their best and have them focus in that area? Have them train the most in what they're already good at so they truly can excel? Then build a team that has players who are strong in each of those positions, maximizing the opportunities to tap into their strengths. Of course that makes sense, and that's exactly what coaches do all the time. And yet, When we look at a team leader, do we see the same approach? Tools like this help leaders build teams like a coach builds their sports team. It helps them harness the strengths and minimize the weaknesses. When leaders do this, not only do they get the most out of their team, everyone wins as they experience the most joy and success when we're able to work in our areas that really drive us. So as you work with your team, what are you doing to understand and harness the natural gifts of your team members? How do you use the gifts of your team to help you decide what you need in that next team member that you're about to hire? If this is an area that you would like help in, please reach out to me. I am here to help leaders make their organization more effective, and there's no better way to do that than to harness the power of your team. With tools like this, I help leaders in very practical and applied ways so that my clients are able to get more done in less time while being energized in the process. If you'd like to learn more about the ways that I can serve you, contact me today for a complimentary consultation. Allow me the opportunity to serve you so that you and your team can grow to your potential and experience the joy that this life has to offer.